Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oralia and you have landed at Style and Lipstick. This is not what I'm going to look like in my video. Actually, this is future me coming in to do an introduction. When I played back the footage, I realized that I didn't do an introduction, so I decided I would take a few minutes and shoot one for you guys. This is actually the day after I shot my video. This video is going to be a product review of some of the products that I bought from the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop collaboration. This is the Dream Street collaboration. Super excited to bring you this video. Just FYI, I am wearing the products right now. I did wear them all day today. This is what the eyeshadow looks like at the end of the day. Again, I'm so sorry. There's going to be a difference between what you're seeing now and what you're going to see. I thought that I would insert an introduction for you guys because I hate starting out a video without one. So anyway, I really hope that you enjoy this video. And now on to regularly scheduled programming. Bye. Okay, so I have not tried the lipstick. I only picked up the two ultra satin lips. I did not pick up the lip gloss. I was not aware that it was an ultra glossy lip. Otherwise, I would have picked it up because I love ColourPop's lip gloss. I think that it is a really, really great formula, but I decided to go ahead and definitely pick up the ultra satin lips because ultra satin for ColourPop is my favorite formula. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some quick lip swatches and I'll talk with you about the lipsticks as we go through. The tutorial and swatches will come a little bit later on in the video. Let's take a look at the first ultra satin lip, which is in the color Dreamy, and it is a really pretty kind of I don't know, it's almost like a peachy orangey type nude. It is really, really pretty though. I would say right off the bat that it is a very, very bright kind of peachy color. I actually, as I was putting it on, and I looked at it, it reminded me a lot of the Tarteist lip paint that I recently received in my BoxyCharm box, and this is in Home Slice. So I've got the two of them here side by side. As you can see, the colors are very, very similar to one another, and they do kind of look the same. So what I would do with Dreamy is I would do what I do with Home Slice. I use a deeper brown to line the outer part of my lips so that way it gives it a little bit of dimension and helps to not make it look so peachy. Normally I don't go for colors like this. This is not kind of my thing, but not saying it's a bad color. I just need to use it with a lip liner, but I really, really do like it. I love the formula. It's super, super comfortable. It doesn't dry out the lips. It's really, really good. I like this color. I see myself using it a lot. All right, so the second color that comes in the collection is also another ultra satin lip, and it is in the color Rêve. I mean, I like to pretend that I can speak French because I just insert the accent, but I really can't speak French. It is this beautiful, beautiful, bright orange color. More on the orange than on the red. It does have a little bit of red to it, but let's see how it looks on the lips. Oh my, that's very bright. That's almost neon. On camera, it looks very, very nice. In person, it looks very, very bright, but I think it may maybe tone down a little bit as it dries. It's a very, very punchy orange, but I do like it. I'm a fan of bold lip colors. I don't have a problem with them, and I really, really like this. I think it looks really nice with the eye look that I picked today. All right, so about the palette. This is it right here. First of all, the packaging is beautiful on this eyeshadow palette. I can't say enough about this packaging. You know, that kind of creamy blush kind of tone with the rose gold is just amazing. Now the palette itself does not come with a mirror. It just has the Dream Street Kathleen Lights and ColourPop on there, which is okay. I mean, I'm fine with not having a mirror. It's not a big deal. And then here is the palette itself, and it's upside down, but it is beautiful. It's got such an interesting selection of colors. You've got some very, very pretty pops of green and teal here that are very complementary to one another. I can see those layered. You've got a really nice array of rose golds, and I wouldn't even say they're so much coppery. They really do lean towards the rose gold spectrum. They're not too orange, they're not too coppery. They're very, you know, I mean, I think the deepest color is probably somewhere along the tone of this. And I mean, ColourPop press shadows are bar none some of the best I think that are available on the market today, and you know, these are no exception. They're beautiful. They go on very well. They're very, very pigmented. You will see in the tutorial as I'm applying the shadows to my lid just how much pigment they have. Easy to work with. They blend well. I mean, I can't say enough good things about the ColourPop press shadows. They really do have an excellent formula. The one shade that I thought was kind of an interesting thing to throw into the palette is this really kind of champagne-y silver that we have here, which is called, I think it's Kaleidoscope. It is really, really interesting. I'm wearing it on the inner corner of my eye. I thought it would be interesting to add a little bit of that cool metallic to the look. So it's a really pretty shade. I am going to swatch these for you, so you know, you can see a little bit better what they look like. Let me go ahead and swatch these and then we'll get into the tutorial. All right, so I'm gonna start with this creamy shade right here. It's almost like a pale coffee kind of shade, and I'll be moving across the palette this way. So first color is Shooting Star, which you can't really see here with the light of the camera, but it does show up on my eye. It's a very, very pale color. It's a really good, for me anyway, for my skin tone, it's a really good blending color. It would also make a really pretty transition shade if you're going for something very soft. The next shade is a really nice peachy shade that is called Magical. I did not dip into this color in the palette today, but you can bet that I will. And that's what it looks like. It's just a really nice pale peach kind of shade. Good for brow bone highlight, I think. Good for the lid. Good as a blending shade. I mean, it's just a really nice peachy shade. The third color in that row is Stardust, and I am not wearing this on my eyes today. Here we go. That's it right there. It is just a really pretty kind of like deeper rose gold. It's a little bit more orange. It's a little bit more on the copper side of things, but still not overly copper. It's not overly orange. It is still what I would consider a rose gold. And then the last one in this row is actually the one that I am wearing on my lid, and it is called Twinkle, and it was this color that made me want the palette. And that's it right there. I mean, look at that sheen that it has. It is stunning. It is just rose gold in its finest is what I think. I mean, like I said, this was the biggest reason that I bought this palette. The next shade is called Sweet Dreams, and it is a really, really pretty kind of like very, very pale rose gold, or almost like a gold. And you can see it there on my hand. You can kind of see it sheening. Let me add a little bit more. It's a gold, but it's got a little bit of that pink. At least that's what it looks like to me. It has a little bit of that rosiness in it. The next color is the one that everyone's going to go crazy over, and that is Water Bearer. And that is one swipe. Look at that pigmentation with just that one swipe. And it's just got a really pretty kind of dimensional quality to it, even though it's a matte shadow. The following shade is called Potion. Not the best at swatching, I'm so sorry. And that's it right there. And I am wearing this in my crease, in the actual crease. It's an orangey terracotta kind of color. Really pretty, really nicely pigmented, does very nicely, blends well, all of that stuff, and is just really pretty. And then the last shade on this row is Spark. And this is what I have that I used kind of in my transition. This one is a brighter orange. It's got a lot more fire to it, I think. You know, it's got a lot more spark. It's like a neon coral, I think, is a good way to describe it, or at least the way I would describe it. Okay, so the first color on that row is Kaleidoscope, which I mentioned I've got on my inner corner, and it is just a really pretty silver shade, but there's a little bit more to it. I think that there looks to be a little bit of depth to it. It's got something else going on. It's a warm silver, I guess, is the best way to describe it, but it's beautiful. It's stunning. All right, the next color is Elfish, and it is just a really beautiful deep brown shade. And I've got that on the outer corner, and that of course is going to help to anchor a lot of looks. It's just a really nice shade of brown, and at least looking at it right now I can see a little bit of purple undertone in the shade, or mauve I think is a better way to describe it. I've got it on the outer corner and on my lower lash line. The next shade is one that I used on my brow bone, and it has a sheen, and I don't necessarily like wearing shadows with a sheen, but I wanted to try this out anyway in the brow bone, and it actually isn't so bad. I think that this is a type of sheen that I can live with on my brow bone. It's not overly shiny. It catches the light just so, and really brings a really pretty brightness to the brow bone. I would say it's a satin, and it's just a really pretty peach with a little bit of pink undertone. The last shade in the palette is called Mermaid Boy, and I really like the name. I think that's actually really cute. It is very soft and very buttery, and that is it right there. It reminds me a lot of Water Bearer, except it's a shimmer. It's got maybe, I want to say, it looks like it has a little bit of a blue shift or a blue undertone to the color. You can't see it on camera, but when I'm looking at it here and I move it around, I see a little bit of blue. It's very much worth the money. It is not that expensive. The palette is $16. Each of the lipsticks is $6, including the gloss. My overall thoughts on the collection: Kathleen did a fabulous job, of course, with ColourPop, who always produce quality pressed shadows and quality product. I really love the collection. I think it's beautiful. I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing with it. It is right up my alley. I love rose gold. It's my most favorite. Those are my thoughts on the palette. If you're wondering how I came about this look, then stay tuned. I've got the tutorial coming next. Let me know your thoughts on the collection if you've gotten a chance to get your hands on it. I would really love to hear what you think about it. If you're interested in how I came up with this look, then stay tuned. Okay, so I'm starting the look out by applying Spark in the transition. And I really love this color. And then adding Potion into the deeper crease. Yeah, super pigmented, but I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, this is ColourPop after all. Next, I'm blending those together because I want to come up with kind of like that one transition shade. And then I am going in with Elfish and applying that to the outer corner, but I'm not pulling the color in. I am simply placing it there on the outer corner in a slant to create a cat eye effect. Next, I'm doing a little bit of blending, and then I'm going in with Twinkle, which is the most beautiful shade of rose gold eyeshadow that I own, I think. It is so pretty. Then I'm going in with Moony and applying that to the brow bone as the brow bone highlight, and it is a little bit shimmery, but I was okay with it. Next, going in with Shooting Star and blending the transition shade up to the brow bone highlight. And then on the lower lid, I am simply repeating what I've done on the upper. I am going in with Potion. Then I'm going in with Spark. Along the lash line, I've added Elfish. And then going in and blending things out with Shooting Star. Then I'm using the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara to prep my eyelashes for falsies. Using my Ardell Wispies, and then going in for liner using the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Mr. Bing. And applying that to my lower lash line. Then I'm using Kaleidoscope in the inner corner as a highlight. I wanted to bring that silver in for contrast, and that's the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Also, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. If you're returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit. I think that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks, and have a wonderful day. I will talk with you in my next video. Bye.